Welcome, Aquarius, to your mid-month reading for June. Hope your friends are doing great out there. If your friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, guys, this is going to be from the 21st through the 26th. Okay. Get in here and see what is going on. Oh, look at that. Having the power popping out. There's so much power going on right now. Definitely wanting your financial material changes, but not feeling like it's coming through yet. So it feels like you're pushing all this extra power into getting exactly what you want. If you're looking for that job, you are pushing so much power into go getting that job. So it does feel like your finances are a little tight right now in the mid-month, but your accelerated motion is really waiting for that chariot to come through. I really need this job. I really need extra work. However it is, really balancing that checkbook. However, it just feels tight. Really holding on to money until you really can get to where you really feel things are really getting back to where it is. So the power and the strength really is really holding tight to what you need, so you don't have too great of a loss. Maybe you already feel like you already have too much of a loss. And being very aware of the situation at mid-month. Their recognition and reward is not there, and that's just because you don't feel like you have exactly what you want at this time due to harsh spending, or something has taken a lot of your money away, or there's just no money coming in. Something of this nature. It also could be also taking a toll on your love life as well, for those of you who are married. Really feeling like the discussions that you're having through the situation of this money ends up very tense. There's a big tension over here, which is also making you kind of guard your heart over here, and they could be doing the same thing. So really separating yourself too at the mid-month for some of you who are married, who is having this situation. Remember, guys, if this doesn't resonate with you, you can always watch your rising moon or Venus. But definitely there could be some harsh speaking going on towards each other because of the way that the control is going on over here. Money with relationships makes very toxic things go on, and definitely having some kind of toxic energy coming through. And somebody is definitely very impatient. It could be you, Aquarius, because you're trying your hardest to get to your heart's desire, and really get down to what it is you really need. It does feel like you will be sacrificing some things this mid-month to get back what it is that you need, whether it's sacrificing not talking to your partner at this time, sacrificing time, energy. It might even feel like you're not sleeping well, so your health might even be taking a little bit of a toll of sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? You could even be sacrificing not eating as much. Some people do that because I can't afford to really eat, so I'm eating smaller meals, things of this nature. So take it how it resonates. Everybody's story is a little different. But definitely implementing plans, to be successful in job seeking, things of this nature. You might even be taking extra time out, really getting your resources done to go out and really put in 1,000 resumes or something on the internet or whatever it is. So yeah, not moving. Yeah, definitely waiting for that chariot to come through. So you are definitely on a roll over here. But yeah, there it is, the loss. I just don't have the monetary gains right now in the mid-month to really enjoy what I'm doing within my life. With the Nine of Cups, yeah, something has taken a painful decrease within the situation. A lot of disappointments coming in right now. I mean, let's see. I'm not traveling towards that. No, yeah. And yeah, I do see the insomnia about the situation, really, as you're really waiting for this chariot to come through. So definitely feeling like there is definitely a toll that you're taking right now at the mid-month on how things are going to be affected until you actually get some more monetary gains. With the Two of Pentacles, really balancing that checkbook, really balancing out what you already have within the situation. Probably balancing out your love life as well. too many disappointments, trying to make not as many disappointments, but there's a lot of confusion going on within the situation as well when it comes to the family ties of the situation. And for those of you who don't have anyone, the spiritual union, the separation of your heart is just the way that you're feeling about what's going on within yourself. Just knowing that you don't feel like you're 100 within yourself, right? You are wanting to enhance the harmony within yourself, and it's just not really going that way, right? So that could be that as well. With the star card over here, it's really trying to get the goals and the recognitions to really find the job and keeping the hope alive right now. So make sure you guys are staying very hopeful about the situation. You never want to give up the positivity or ever give up on the ghost, as they say, to the situation as times get rough, right? Because you're not really seeing right now in the mid-month exactly your goals coming towards you. If anything, it feels like they're kind of floating away and not getting closer. And that could be because, I put in a million resumes, and I don't see anyone picking them up. I have no phone calls. I have no text messages. I have nothing. And I don't really see anything at this time coming through for the majority of you, what you are looking for to offer. Yes. And within that love situation, you're really hoping that your loved one can get back, right? And you're going to feel a little nostalgic about what was going on in the past. This is very normal, though, when we kind of hit an obstacle, right? For some of you can say it's hitting rock bottom. For others of you, you could say it's where we hit that trench and we kind of fall. Yes, we become more nostalgic about situations because we're dreaming about where we once were or dreaming about what we completely want. Keep those dreams alive, though, when it comes to the future. Don't look into the past too much about the nostalgicness of what you had. Let's think forward about what we want, right? So that way it doesn't get you stuck with it in your mind with the Nine of Swords, right? So separate yourself. Yes, separate yourself and make sure that your heart chakra comes right back up, because your heart chakra is saying, I'm blocked and I'm not really worried, right? I'm not really working right now, right? Because I'm feeling stuck. I'm nostalgically thinking about what happened in the past, where we were, where this was, what I used to have. No, you need to turn all that around and say, this is what's going to come towards me. This is what I need to be nostalgic about. I need to be excited and nostalgic about this new job that's coming, the way we're going to feel together, the way things will turn around, and the way that things will end up in the end. It's kind of almost your own sacrifice in its own way of mind training. The mind training, that's where we say we want to look towards the future, not get stuck in what coulda, woulda, shoulda was. Because once we get stuck there, it causes depression, right? Because then you do feel like you have nothing, or it feels like everything's going to die, or everything is going to turn even worse. You see what I'm saying? So the outcomes of that negative energy will actually take a downfall with you and push you into a rut. So you definitely don't want the toxic energy. So you're going to sacrifice and really push against the toxic energy, right? And really get rid of the impatience. And then therefore you will start running this sacral chakra, which will therefore, as we're up here on the wall, we'll start running this heart chakra. Why? Because now you're going to start thinking about what it truly is that you should desire, what you want to desire, not what you shoulda, coulda, woulda, want, or had. No, what you will have, what you want. This is the what I want. And then you will push open this solar plexus chakra for the intention of I can have it. And then the heart chakra, boom, right? And then the next thing you know, you just keep working up your chakras, and then and make sure you're speaking it, right? You speak that to yourself, but I will have this, I will have that. And then really working on your root chakra to say, but this is what is intended to be for myself. See, so you have all these tools. Those are the tools inside that we always talk about. You have the tools inside to change the future. You just have to use them right. And don't go, watch overconfidence. This is my thing, because I end up starting to push myself so much that I start going overconfidence. And when you push too overconfidence, it actually becomes a negative, because there's this fine line of hair between how far you can go into, you know what I mean, each place of good versus negative, positive versus negative. So you don't want to go too overboard because it will set yourself up for disappointment and disaster when it doesn't happen. I do that a lot. So I have to, that's one of my things. So don't over push yourself to the point where it's like, I know it's going to be here. And then being too overconfident, right? No, you want to keep a good balance of the situation. But yes, you want to have a good balance so that way the transformation through the sacrifice of getting yourself moving away from the temptation of using that negative energy and really building on a new positive foundation will actually start transforming as you're letting go of that type of energy of I have nothing, because that's what's going to end up happening, right? Is it's going to, I have nothing, nothing's coming, and then it just keeps pushing. And it just pushes us against the wall. This is actually, once you start doing so, is actually going to start making you move towards around the 27th to 28th, towards the end of the month. You'll actually start seeing some movement. Oh, I love that. So, and it could cause, this movement is going to cause some impatience as well, because now all of a sudden, you're going to see a little action, right? But Spirit's saying fight that impatience. Don't let that do that, though. Don't let that do that, because then that's another negative energy. Why? Because now you're becoming too impatient. Call me. You know what I mean? Build. No, just keep calm. Stay cool. This is where I always say go with the flow, right? We see those cards all the time in spiritual readings. So we want to go with the flow instead of fighting that energy. To try to move faster. The chariot's going to move when the chariot wants to move, my friends. Energy is going to do what energy wants to do. You are not in control of that situation, right? Because there's other people in control. Now you have bosses, this, that, secretaries. You see what I mean? We can't control other people's things. We just wait for the timing to come in and watch it blossom. And as soon as the chariot is then coming in, that will blow, right? So now you got the horn blowing with the good news that's coming through. And then this is when your sacral chakra is going to go crazy. Because this is now going to cause a vitality within yourself. And you're definitely going to see this growth within the situation as you're watching the energy change, right? So this is going to be a very good thing, right? So I love that. And that's going to give you the King of Cups. Why is it going to give you the King of Cups? Because it's going to be more self-assuring, and you're going to have this more confident on the emotional side, and the emotions are what run the chakras and run the intuition. So as soon as the emotions start going through, then you're going to clearly be able to see what exactly it is that's going on within the situation. So you're definitely going to say, aha, now I know. And you will start putting all the little, it's almost going to be like little clues coming together in which you're going to really notice. And this is going to really put you back on this faithful track of this hope where, where it wants to kind of pull you with the nostalgicness of, woulda, coulda, shouldas from the past. It's going to give you this newfound hope that things that are magically working for you, for your manifestations, because you're looking now towards the future with all the power within yourself to really grab that and push that where it needs to be. And then you're going to really see that starting to come together. And then your household and your family and your love and everything is going to start pushing together. And those of you who are married, you can start pushing those walls together and let them know, look, this is what we need to do. We have to stop talking about what we don't have, right? Because when you're in a love relationship, that is the thing that makes everybody bump heads. Oh, well, I can't go to the grocery store to get this because I can't afford that, right? So this is where all of that needs to have some kind of compromise, and you're going to come together and work together within that situation and say, well, we're not going to talk about what we used to have. Good. We used to have steak. Great. We used to eat shrimp. Great. We used to have, great. We'll have it again. Just not right now. What you're going to do is look towards the future, and say, I will have steak again. I will have this again. We will make it back here. We will make it back there. And that's where the rebuilding is going to come from, right? No, we don't have a tower here, but the tower doesn't come just yet because, well, shit, the tower may have already fallen, right? Maybe you can say, yeah, because the tower was already there. What we're more worried about is not the tower so much. We're worried about the transformation. right? And the way we're perceiving things and the way we're using energy at the end of the middle of the month, for the end of the month, for the next month, so you can really start getting everything moving back to where you need to be, on track, on speed, so that you can really see that accelerated motion of what you're really looking for. And that's a very important piece, though, Aquarius, because without that piece, it just feels like your timing might be standing still. And we don't want it to stand still for too long. We need to push the envelope, right? Push that energy, push what you want, and really get yourself more centered, right? Because you can create, but we just need to make everything balance, and everything needs to become back into the balance for yourself to make sure things are really working for you. Okay? And that was it for you, my beautiful friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.
Thank you.